sharing a dream that remains within my memory.
Floating invisible, yet still feeling like myself with an invisible entity beside me who I sensed. Both floating, watching a scene play out up to a certain point, then it suddenly became extremely magnified dread, like I have never ever felt before. It palpitated, permeating densely through the air, boring right through my body. The scene was not as significant as the atmosphere every person felt. Some people were unaliving themselves. The entity spoke to me and then spoke to one of the persons there, whom was distraught and jumped off a very high,
many kilometers high cliff.
He was told, "You can do this if you wish. This is not a sin, but you will not be as happy as you would have been if you had persevered through this horrific time. You may not ever meet the same people that you know in this life." The man, now falling, panicked and pleaded for help. The entity swooped down and gently stopped the man from falling and lifted him back up to the top of the cliff. Gratefully, the man hugged his wife. Next scene, the entire atmosphere was drenched in immense joy and love emitting through everyone and everything. One person there who still held ego and was boasting about being the next one to go through a cave that would lead to the next experience is back to the cave. He didn't see another man run past towards the cave and through it. The people facing the boaster all laughed as this happened. When the man realized he was slightly embarrassed, the entity told me that this man will be okay and that he was temporarily still holding on to his ego. After I woke from this dream, I could still feel the euphoria that I felt within the last scene. The feeling lasted for 4 hours after I woke up. It was sublime. Perhaps one may be reincarnated into a world that is either wonderful or horrible. Heaven is for those people who love God and learn to love and help people. If you cannot physically or financially help, you can help by spreading love through kindness and patience with understanding. Try to help those to see how better life would be if all the above forces were at play. Seed ideas of love through your responses to those whom do not yet understand what it is to truly love. Hope to bring as many people as you can to this truth. Heaven can be obtained if you do the above. You may go to church if it gives you comfort. However, preaching or attendance is not going to ensure you a ticket to heaven. Preaching ought to be in line with loving God and other people and helping however you can, as mentioned above. Just going through the motions and listening to or giving sermons is not a guarantee to go into heaven. Also, do not be scared to talk to God and the Holy Ghost. What is heaven? No one fears God. It is polished with the light of love, a state in which you exist that will be filled with loving joys, emitting blissfulness like you have never felt here on earth. I am not advocating taking drugs. I have heard about some people experience from ecstasy, etc. Heaven's bliss far outdoes that experience. The air permeates bliss and extends throughout the entire realm, wrapped up in love. What is hell? Hell is a place created for those that do not truly love God and do not learn to love people. It is for those who will not learn how to love. If you live your life to only advance your own agenda, and in doing so you manipulate, judge others, and feel superior. If you spread hate or fear and deny people a decent life when you have the power to either help or harm and you choose to harm them. If you disguise your harm as help and create rules that deny people their legitimate rights, to the extent where you make their rights not legitimate, as in change the law so as to make sure their rights are now not legitimate, then you have excessively overstepped the boundary of love and changed it into control. Everything that supports hate and not love is the way to guarantee going to hell for eternity. What is hell? A state in which you exist within a world that is filled with gloom and have to live in a way defined by your previous existence and way of mind. Therefore, if you choose to love treating people nastily, then you will be surrounded by such people. If you are a control freak, then you will be living with control freaks. Imagine that. Who will be in control if you all want to be in control? Ponder on anything that is nasty that you enjoy doing to others, and then imagine a life in which you are subjected to that very nastiness for the rest of eternity. The air will permeate a dense dread that never stops. Dread permeates densely through the air, boring right through your body. It's like a wind, yet no wind is needed to feel this horror. Despair is saturated throughout everyone. Hope is no longer a feeling that is available. Happiness is impossible and cannot be felt at all. Never! No such thing as a nice day or night. Happiness will no longer be available. Ever.